scriptures say before these things come to pass, he's going to tell us of them, man. And how does he do that? Through the prophets. Amos, the 2nd chapter, all right? The Lord will do nothing but reveal his secret unto his servants, the prophets, man. And the prophets are the mouthpiece. They're the mouthpiece like, of the Most High, man, to give us warning. That's the book of Ezekiel, the 3rd chapter. It says this, and I'll watch to see what he will say unto me and what I shall answer when I am reproved. The Lord answered me and said, it says, write the vision and make it plain upon tables. All right, so the vision is what a seer had or a prophet had. For example, Daniel, all right, the vision, the 4 beasts. All right, Ezekiel, the vision of the chariots. All right, all the prophets had visions, and they wrote them down, man. And that's why we have these scriptures in these days, man. You know, the scripture said the Lord gave the word, and great was the company of them that published it, man. It says this, for the Lord answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it, man. And the scripture said, where there's no vision, the people perish. But happy is he that keepeth the commandments, man. All right, so in these last days, we have a vision, man. The vision is already written. It's already understood, you know. It says, for the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie, man. So you got to wait for it. All right, the scriptures say in the book of Lamentation that you got to wait on the Lord, man. Let me get that. Lamentation. This is the book of Lamentation, chapter 3 and 25 says, Lord is good unto them that wait for him, to the soul that seeketh him. We say, seek the Lord while he may be found, call you upon him while he is near. All right, let the wicked forsake his ways, and a righteous man his thoughts, and let him seek the Lord, man. It's loosely paraphrasing it, man. It says, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait, not like Kanye West, open up his big mouth and talk it on a turn. And we understand, you know, time and chance, you know. These are the times that we're living in where, yo, the truth, yo. The scripture says you can't do anything against the truth, but for it, man. So he's pushing towards the truth, all right, in his own way, you know, which is bringing more notoriety, all right, to the man of the Lord. It says, it is good that a man should both hope and quietly wait for the salvation of the Lord. All right, it is good for a man that he bear the yoke of his youth. All right, Yahushua said, my burden is light, my yoke is easy. All right, so this is something that is, you know, at the end of the day, man, many are called and few are chosen, man. You know, so we pray that, you know, myself, you know, in that day, in that time, man, you know, I can do as much as I can before, you know, the coming day of the Lord, man. That's pretty much, you know, why we hasten the day. That's why we, you know, brothers go into being diligent, all right, to make a calling election sure. It says this, because that's it on that. I got a few more precepts on waiting. Psalms 37. Psalms 37 and 34 says, wait on the Lord and keep his way, and he should exalt thee to inherit the land. All right, who is this promised to, man? The people on the sign right here, man. Not the small hats, they're already in the land. All right, and ever since they've been in the land, there's always been war. All right, you got a bunch of gutter rat small hats speaking about how there's a huge epidemic of child molestation within the so-called gutter rat nation, man. A lot of child molestation and sodomy going up over there, man. You know, it says wait on the Lord and keep his way. That's why the scriptures speak of how the scriptures say, Jacob have I loved, but Esau have I hated. And Jake says, and wherein hast thou loved us? All right, was not Jacob Esau's brother? Because you see Jacob, all right, going through hell, going through tribulation and poverty, and you see Esau prospering right now, man. All right, but this is his lot. This is his portion, man. All right, although his head reaches onto the clouds, and he's living it up. Yet, at the end, he'll receive his judgment, man. It's just not time yet, man. So we gotta wait. We gotta be patient, As King David said, man, I was envious of the Psalms. I believe it's 75. It's a Psalm, Slaki. Psalm 73. Psalm 73, but let me see if I got any more on this. Let me finish off on Psalms 37 and 35. I have seen the wicked in great power and spread himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yea, I sought him, but he could not be found. Man, that goes into how Jacob shall be a flame and Esau shall be stubble. All right, and the Lord said we're going to kindle in them and vaporize it, right? Because at the end of the day, there shall be no remaining of the house of Esau, man. Right? After 1,000 years in the kingdom, we're not gonna need him anymore, man. Come on, man. Let's go to the book of Psalms 73 and 1. Truly the Most High is good to Israel, even to such are of a clean heart, man. Which is what? The word heart goes back into the Hebrew, which means la'ab. It says, but as for me, my feet were almost gone, my steps had well nigh slipped. For I was envious at the foolish when I saw the prosperity of the wicked, man. So King David saw these devils. The scriptures speak about how they speak things that they ought not, but men justify them, man. All right? Job, I believe it's Job, says, when they do something wrong, all right, they're fine. But when the righteous say something right, all right, he has no place. They say, well, who is this man? What is he? What are his credentials? Have you graduated? It's just for there's no bands in their death, but their strength is firm. They are not in trouble as other men. All right? So these devils, you see the things that they get away with, man. They go and they drop bombs on all types of countries. But the one country that has for example, Russia, they have a bomb. Oh, they're demonized. They haven't even used it yet, really. They have not used these type of nukes. All right, but America has. They killed a bunch of innocent people. All right, but they're still justified, man. All right? When the rich man speak, they extol his words to the heavens, man. They believe, America is the guider of peace and tranquility in the earth. It says they are not in trouble as other men. All right? Neither are they plagued like other men, man. So these white folks, man, they can do whatever the hell they want, and no one gets on them, man. Even some of these other nations, these heathenistic nations, will justify them, man. You know what I'm saying? Leave the poor these devils alone. Leave the white man alone. Bug out nations, man. It says, therefore pride comes past them about as a chain. The scriptures say pride is hateful before the Most High and men, man. When pride cometh, then cometh a fall, man. So as these days prolong, all right, best believe that the heart of these devils is going to be more proud and be more hardened. And when they start flexing on Jake, Revelation 12 and 12, know that time is ahead, man. Because they're constantly getting their way. The book of Psalms, the 50th chapter, goes into it, man. Thou thoughtest thou was one as such as thyself, because the Most High is long-suffering, man. All right? Because since evil work is not executed speedily, therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set them to do evil, man. So these devils, they believe that the Most High is with them. So as time moves on, all right, they get more and more emboldened, more and more proud, more and more, they don't want to hide any type of shame, man. They say shit that's like, it makes your head turn, man. You know? Like BG going into controlling the world population through the Jews, you know? Stuff like that. People literally justify this guy, man. You know? That's why Esau is his tongue walking throughout the whole earth, man. You know? It says their eyes stand out in fatness, man. They get the best choice lands. Alright? Even in the land of Jamaica, alright, you got them pretty much taking over beaches and plush areas, and you had a hotel get burned down because Benjamin pissed off. They're fed up, man. You can't come up in here, that's scriptural, man. The stranger that is above thee, among thee, you know, should get up very high. Let me get that. Deuteronomy 28. That should be the tail. Should be Deuteronomy 20 and 43, it says, a stranger that is within thee should get up above thee very high. So you got these people going into Jamaica and various other lands that Jake dwells in, and they're buying up property, all right? They're taking over certain territories, right? So here it is, you've been in that country for generations, all right? And these people just move up in there and they get priority. They get precedence. You know? It says this. It says, the stranger that is within thee shall get up above thee very high, and thou shalt come down very low. And that's going on in some of these, West African countries where Jake dwells in also, man. Where the raw materials coming out of these countries are going to benefit strangers, man. All right, people who don't labor. All right, people who just have money to invest. You know, and the corrupt leaders, all right, you know, they're coaxed, whether they get it, they don't. If they don't want to get it, and they don't want to deal, they get pushed out, overthrown, and somebody else comes in who is willing to take that position and sell out his own people, man. Come on, man. Go back to the book of Psalms. Verse 8, they are corrupt. That's like, let me start at 7 again. Psalm 73 and 7, their eyes stand out with fatness. That's the book of Genesis, I believe the 27th chapter, or 47th chapter, going to how the Lord is going to give Esau the fatness of the earth and the dew from heaven from above, which is his blessing, man. You know? It says their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart can wish. They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression, man. You hear that? They are corrupt. All right, who's more corrupt than so-called white men? All right? They are corrupt and speak wickedly concerning oppression. They speak loftily, man. All right, they speak wickedly concerning oppression, man. All right, here it is. A lot of these countries will come up and speak against the so-called white man. The white man will say, what? We brought technology to you. All right, we brought you clean water. We brought an industrial system that you can actually have a job and pay taxes. You know, God will say, you know what? Before you showed up, we had clean water. We didn't have to pay taxes. We had sex with a woman, you know, 3, 4, 5 times a day. Okay? We didn't have to wake up and go to work in the morning. You know? We didn't have to deal with all this shit, man. And Esau just doesn't, scriptures say he's a deaf adder, man. He doesn't get it. You know? And you have, it's a spirit, man. You got a lot of these Cushites coming out here as one guy's driving a Mercedes station wagon. This guy's driving a BMW C70, I believe it is. XC900. This other one was pushing a brand new Beamer, X5. And these are the strangers, man. They just got here, man. They can't speak a lick of English, bro. Can't speak a lick of English, but yo, they're driving whips. All right, you have Moab out here driving whips. You got Elam out here driving whips, man. So the stranger that was in thee, all right, very low, should get up thee very high, man. Run businesses, be successful. And while Jake is still in the struggle, man, dealing with tribulation and poverty. And going back to the book of Psalms, it says this. Let me see if I can end off with verse 9. It says, they set their mouth against the heavens, and their tongue walketh through the earth. All right, the tongue walking throughout the earth, man. All right, all these nations, you imagine your tongue going through the earth, man. He doesn't give what he says. He say whatever he wants, and then all the nations hear him, man. All right, and they exalt his word, all right, to the heavens, man. All right, democracy, all right, so-called gay rights and LGBT rights and so on and so forth, man. All this madness is actually, all these other nations are taken up, man, and they're accepting it. You know what? I didn't finish in Habakkuk because that actually goes into it here. This book of Habakkuk, chapter 2 and 4, it says, behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, man. Going into his pride. All right, he speak loftily, right? It says, behold, the soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. The just are those who walk in his law, statutes, commandments, who have faith, all right, who believe one day the wicked will be punished, man, and who are patiently waiting. The word patient goes back into suffering, right? To suffer, man. It says, yea, also because he transgressed by wine. He's going toward the whole earth, man. He's going everywhere. He's going places he shouldn't even be in, man. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine. All right, that wine is philosophy. All right, he spread it throughout the whole world, man. He spread his philosophy throughout the whole earth. All right, the whole belief in women's rights, all right, democracy, global warming, all right, all this madness, all right. He's pushing, the CV, all right, the so-called pandemic, all right. Everyone's all scared, a lot of people wearing masks. Watch this in another 3-4 weeks, man. People are gonna be thrown back on the masks, man. Going back to sleep again, man. They're still asleep, a perpetual sleep these people are in. It says, neither keepeth at home. So he's a vagabond, man. He's a vagabond. He's a wanderer. He's everywhere, as the scriptures speak of Esau or Cain, which Cain today is Esau. They have the same characteristics. Bloody. They live by the sword. All right, they're given a curse. They're cursed from the earth. It says, who enlarges his desire is hell and is as death. So wherever he goes, he pollutes. He destroys the water supply. All right, he pollutes the earth, the earth, the soil, the pH balance in the soil. He brings in his GMOs. All right. And is as death and cannot be satisfied, man. But gathereth unto him all nations and heapeth unto him all people. And he's going to heap all these people in within his social credit system, man. All right, and he's done it through what? Through the Bretton Woods Agreement. Making the petrodollar the world trade currency, man. All right? That these nations have eaten up and made rich, It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, which is, Putin's taking a parable against him. Our China is also, Iran, North Korea. And a taunting proverb against him and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his. All right, this land isn't yours. This land belongs to the Native American Indians, the tribes of Gad, Reuben, all right, the land tribes, Issachar, Ephraim, So on and so forth. It says, shall not all these take up a parable against him, and taunting proverb against him, and say, woe unto him that increaseth that which is not his? How long to him that layeth himself with thick clay? And that's what's causing the American economy to take a nosedive, man. All right, because the dollar is so hyperinflated, all right, through a false balance, which biblically, man, you can't have a diverse measures and diverse weights. All right, that's confusion, man. Because precious metals is always something of great value, man. It says, Deuteronomy 25:13, thou shalt not have in thy bag diverse weights and great and a small, man. Diverse weights. One day, your dollar can be worth 99 cents, and 2 weeks later, it's worth 70. You can't have the fluctuating like that, man. All right, gold always has its value, man. Gold should always have one value, man, and it shouldn't even be moving at all, man. As long as it holds its weight, it's still something that's naturally created in the earth. All right, so 1,000 years old. All right. And a precious metal. It's something that is not of prevalent and not an everyday something that everybody has in abundance. Or silver. Come on. That's good. Come on. It says this. The book of Habakkuk, 2nd chapter, and verse 7 says, shall they not rise up suddenly and shall bite thee, man? These nations, all right, are going to suddenly rise up against America, or even the EU nations, and bite her, man. Let's get Obadiah. Obadiah, chapter 1 and 6, it says, how are the things of Esau searched out, and how are his hidden things sought out? Through the Spirit, man. For the scriptures say the Spirit searches all things. Hebrews 4:12. Even the deep things, man. It says this, all the men of thy confederacy, those who are in league with you, have brought thee even to the border, man. All right, France, Germany, they're gonna turn on you, man. All right, because you messed the whole system up, man. All right, even these individuals or citizens of France and Germany, they're going to look at America and say, you started this once again. The whole migrant crisis coming from the Middle East, all right? People fleeing into Greece and various other countries, France, made them mingle themselves with the seed of men, man. Or mingle themselves with the nations, man. And they're pissed now, man. Their culture's dwindling. All right? Morale, when you have people of different cultures in one place, man, it's gonna be it's a gumbo effect, man. It says, all the men of thy confederacy have brought thee even to the border. The men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee, man. All these nations that you think they're in league with you, the European EU, all right, NATO, they're not with you, man. Eventually, they're gonna be so fed up that they're gonna burn you with fire, man. It says, remember, you left the nuclear agreement that France was even upset about, man. Because at the end of the day, France is right next to Russia, man. All right? And France, I believe France is, what nation is still getting fuel from, I think maybe Italy? And you could, that they say right-wing Italian leader, this woman, she's down with Russia, man. She's down with Russia. Showing you how divided the beast is, man. All right, she's speaking about family, which Russia is heavily into that, man. The family ties, just old school way of thinking, man. It says this, the men that were at peace with thee have deceived thee and prevailed against thee, They that eat thy bread have laid a wound under thee. There's none understanding in him, man. And let me see if I could look up something on the Italian right wing. That's what they want to call her, man. But you know, she's more righteous than you know than most of these. She may be a Jake. Oh, it says Giorgia Meloni. Let's see if I can look up some news on this lady here. Because she went in, man. So they're calling her the Trump of Italy. It says, why Republicans are elated by triumph of Italian Giorgia Meloni. It says U.S. support for Italy likely next leader shows growing global solidarity among right-wing populist experts say. They always want to label you, man. It says the election victory of the Italian Giorgia Meloni this week is being met with cheers from the U.S. Republicans who are heaping praise on the right, so on and so forth. Let me see what's it saying. It says she ran on anger at gender politics. She ran on traditional family. She ran on things like protecting borders. She would talk about Western civilization in precisely the same way that Orban does, and much of the right wing in the country does. Let's see what else. Rousseau said the great replacement theology, the notion that global elites are trying to replace native population in Western countries with immigration, is at the heart of the grievance that unite these right-wing movements. It is a theory seen by many academics like it, and social justice advocates as a conspiratorial push to stroke racial anxiety about non-white new coming to Western countries, man. All the nationalist movements, individual countries have the same other. That is to say that they all agree that immigrants are the other, and that's what you're against. Rosenthal said, which is a gutter rat. So it's impossible to have solidarity across the international lines on the scores because the enemy object is the same in all of them. Now, what's funny is you go to the land of Israel, and they totally believe in patriotism, the so-called Israeli gutter rats. They believe that if you are a gutter rat, you take precedence in that country. But within Europe, the elite want the Italian citizens of Italy to take second place. All right, not take priority because they're the people of the so-called land, right? Well, the gutter rats are hypocrites, man, because they don't believe that. They don't feel that way, man. So if the Israelis feel that way, that they should take precedence over the immigrants that are coming to Israel, and you got to join the military, you know? Well, Italy has the right to do the same, man. You know? So this whole race baiting madness, this is all a guise and a device of Esau to turn these nations against each other and not really look at who's really causing it, man. All right, it's called divide and conquer. It says Meloni has denied that her party is fascist and condemns the anti-Jewish laws and suppression of democracy of the fascist era. It says, however, a video of the young Meloni when she was an activist with the National Alliance shows her praising Mussolini as a good politician who acts for Italy. You know? But at the end of the day, man, you know, we don't want to push, a woman to usurp authority over men or nations. So we don't want to be hypocrites. We understand this is Esau's kingdom, and they're gonna do what they want to do, man. All right, as the scriptures say in the book of Romans, the 13th chapter, man. All the powers are ordained of the Heavenly Father, man. Okay. You know? Let's go into Matthew. So you see Italy being, I believe, the second biggest EU economy is is slowly turning against, all right, the whole belief that America is the poster child of what is good and what is righteous, you know? So you see a kingdom, which at the end of the day, these Italians, the Edomites, along with America, which is the face of Esau, Edom, man. Book of Matthew. Chapter 12. And 25 says, Yahushua knew their thoughts and said unto them, every kingdom divided against itself is brought to desolation, and every city or house divided against itself shall not stand, man. And you got a nation like Poland and other European countries that really are justifying Russia and believe Russia has a right to do what they're doing. You know, Hungary, Belarus, or Belarus, I should say. So they're pretty much backing up Russia, which are the Medes according to the Bible, man. And if Satan casts out Satan, he is divided against himself. How then shall his kingdom stand, man? All right, so this kingdom is on its way out. The more division you see, the more sedition. The scriptures speak about how the Lord will turn the Egyptians against the Egyptians, you know? And they shall fight against one another.